What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Capel Outdoor video. And today, it's finally happening. After 4 long weeks of waiting on parts and assembling this thing together, I finally got a trolling motor on my kayak. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're going to start from the back and work our way up to the front. Now, for the trolling motor mount, this is 1 inch by 1 inch by 1/8 inch aluminum angle, and I have it mounted in here, the tracks on both ends, and then all of these are screwed together. And then you can see here I have a piece of pressure treated 2x4. It's sandwiched between 2 angles there. On the Vibe kayaks, there's a like a little metal tube insert for the rudder. The shaft goes in. So I don't know if y'all can see that right there, but that bolt, I got a bolt running through it, and you can see the bottom here. So it's mounted there, and then on the tracks. So this mount has 3 points of contact on the kayak, and all the hardware is stainless steel. That's on everything on the boat. Next, we'll go here. These are my steering cables right here with a stainless steel little carabiner. This is the steering mount here. But for the trolling motor here, this is the Minn Kota, I think it's the Endura, but it's a 50-pound thrust trolling motor. I went with 50 pounds. I mean, I could have went with 30. You know, from where I'm at, but I do have a trip planned with this kayak, so that's going to be involving in some current. So I went with the 50-pound, and we're going to be testing that out today. But like I said, the steering cable's here, the steering bracket here, and up here this is a 3/4 pipe clamp that I have another little stainless steel carabiner on a pulley, so it can easily tilt like that. Just to get it up and out of the water. Now on the trolling motors, this has this little thumb press that has like little things that lock it in here to where you press it and then you tilt it, whatever, and you can lock it in place. But I took that out. And then up here, this is a 3/4 to 1/2 inch PVC 90. Now the 3/4 doesn't fit inside here, so I had to heat it up and then smash it on here. Stretch it out a little bit. Then I have 8-gauge wire going through this loom right here all the way to a quick connect, and there's the other end of the quick connect here. And then from here it's running 8-gauge wire all the way to this quick connect right here. Now I will say, if you're gonna run 8-gauge wire on your kayak, try to get the automotive 8-gauge. It's a lot more pliable. It flexes a lot better. Well, I don't want to say pliable, but it flexes a lot better. You can easily work with it, because I just got regular 8-gauge from I think it's 8 strand or 12 strand. I think it's 12 strand, but I used that for the wire, and it's just a lot more harder, especially doing the like the PWM and everything like that. But like I said, ran 8-gauge in the kayak, another quick connect here, and this is the battery right here. This is the Redodio, I think that's how you pronounce it correctly, the Redodio battery. It's like the marine trolling motor battery, 12 volt, 100 amp hours, and I got it in this Redodio battery case. It's got cigarette lighters here, if I can get it open. It's got 2 of those, and then this one is a USB, so it's USB at the top, USB-C on the bottom. So I could charge cameras and other stuff like that off of it. And on top of that is my PWM. PWM stands for Pulse Whip Module. This is pretty much my speed control box. My forward and reverse, since you take the top of the tiller motor handle off. Here is the power and negative wire going from the battery to the PWM. And then this is the power and ground wire to the quick connect that quick connects over here to the other side. This one is the wire harness for my controls. So like I said, this is the wire harness for my controller, and it goes down here into the smaller little junction box or electrical box. And how I have this mounted is So on this side of the kayak, I had a little lanyard keep, kind of like this over here. So it's just a loop. So I took the loop off, put the screw back in on this side, and put a magnet on this side, and I just bolted a plate on the bottom of that, and it just sits securely like that. And I have my speed knob right here and my forward and reverse here. So on the Vibe kayak, it has, like I said, it has a rudder, so it has steering cable, so I didn't have to run those. So I just used what I had on the kayak. So they go down in here, and you can see here they have this little white tube, and it goes all the way down to about right here where you can see, and then it's got foot pedals, so I use my foot pedals to steer. We're going to also be testing that out. All right, so we're going to run it in forward. So flip the switch forward, and then we're going to cut it on here. And that's full blast right there. Even from full blast at this distance, I feel a little bit of the air. So we're gonna hit it reverse. I want to give another shout out to Rob. He pretty much gave me like a complete parts list to everything I needed as far as all these components, like the steering bracket, the quick connects, the PWM, you know, the waterproof forward and reverse switch. All right, guys, so we made it here to the reservoir, my local reservoir. Now, months ago, this used to be bone dry, but nothing but the creek channel flowing. But they redid the dam here, and now it's back to regular levels. And as you can see, there's a lot of these shrubs out here. So we're not going to go too close to the bank because I don't want to get all kinds of crap tangled up in the trolling motor. But first thing I want to do is I want to see if I have my depth right first before we actually get in on the water. So I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but that looks to be about the right depth that I think it needs to be. Maybe it just needs to go lower, but I think once my fat butt gets in there, it'll push it down even lower. But if anything, we'll lower it down a little bit more. I do have the tool for the steering bracket, so that way I can lower it down. But I think other than that, we're gonna hop in and give it a test. All right, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I got the motor tilted up just for launching purposes. And now we're gonna go ahead and drop it down. Got it in forward, and we're just gonna give it a go. Uh-oh. All right. All right, so we did in fact wire it wrong. Okay, so the trolling motor is gonna have to go deeper, and I wired the switch wrong. So right now the switch is in reverse and I'm going forward. And I'm not sure what to do about the tilt function, because when I go into reverse, maybe if I just drop the tiller motor a little bit lower, I'll still be able to, I shouldn't have to worry about that. But, and I'm not sure what's going on with the steering either, so. The steering is very hard. Like really hard. Well, we're going forward though. Look at that. Well, this is full speed right here. Let me get my phone out. All All right, so you can see here we got 98% charge on it. We got 0 watts of power, 0 current, and 13.3 volts. So we're gonna cut it on forward. All right, you see we got negative 83.1 watts and negative 6 amps. And I can run 17 hours at this speed. So let's go full speed. So we're at full speed now, and I can run about 2 hours and 30 minutes on it, and you can see the powers and current just shoot up high. But I don't think I'll ever run it that fast. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's gonna have to get something used to, because all right, the steering's getting a little better. Just have to get used to it. It's a little bit more of a force than anything. But yeah. I think because of the maybe the cables, because back there towards the back, when the cables come out of that white tube, it goes like up at a 45. Maybe I need to change it, change the routing, maybe bring it up a little bit or whatever. But yeah, you can see we're just slowly putting around. I'm gonna have to get used to the steering here. Sorry, this is all a new experience to me, but and I forgot my PDF too, so I dropped the trolling motor about another 2 inches, and I also figured out what the heck was going on with my steering. So on that trolling motor, you got this little thing you can twist to kind of keep it locked in a straight position. And I forgot it was locked, so that's why it was hard to turn. But after unlocking it now, it turns like a champ. So I still have to figure out the reverse situation. I guess because I don't have that keeper in there. When I go in reverse, it wants to pick the motor up a little bit. I can go in reverse just a little bit, but it's gonna have to be like a very minimum. See, I'm going reverse right now. So it's just gonna have to be a very like slow, subtle reverse, rather than just, you know, full speed or whatever. But other than that, going forward, ain't no problem. So we're stopped now. We're gonna go into reverse. Yeah, so it's gonna probably be about 25% on the throttle for me to go into reverse. Yeah, so definitely have to figure out something with that, to where I have it locked in reverse, but I still be able to tilt it up. I don't know, maybe that's not going to be possible for me. Maybe I have to figure out another way to picking up the trolling motor up and down. I'm going to be looking forward to using this trolling motor a lot this year. It's definitely going to take me a lot of places that I wasn't able to go, mainly because of the distance. But hey, it's a work in progress. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this one just as much as I enjoyed building it. And I will say I did enjoy building this one, even though it took a long time than I expected. But that's okay. If y'all like content like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, and I'll see you on the next one.